while we put on our Wonder Woman cape and go save the world? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Hey beautiful ones, Fran here, back with another quick video. Before we go any further, you guys know the drill. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Make sure you jump over to Instagram and check me out at Angels with Fran. All things Angels with Fran, and then we have the Woo Woo Girl Instagram up now. So make sure you hop over there and check us out. Alright, so today I want to talk about people pleasing and spiritual awakenings. So I have been doing a lot of self-reflecting here in the last couple of months, and it seems like whenever God is getting ready to transform your life or change, what's happening in your world, because it happens when you awaken, you begin to change and begin to have a paradigm shift in your world. And you begin to elevate on a different frequency, you start to kind of self-reflect and you start to figure out what's working and what's not working. And so I have been looking back over my life because I always do work on myself. So how I tell you guys, do the work. Sometimes doing the work is not always easy, and it's not always nice. Like sometimes doing the work makes you look at yourself and think, jeez, I got a whole lot of healing to do, right? Or, oh, I've done a whole lot of healing, right? So, and then sometimes you're caught right in the middle of that, right? Like, okay, I've done a lot, but I've got a lot more to do. So, in being really authentic with you guys, as I always am, I have been kind of assessing myself personally because I've had some things happen where, people that I love, people that I'm very close to have exited my life, and new people have entered my life, and I always ask for discernment around who should be in my life and who should not be in my life. And I'm going to tell you why I do that. Because I am and have been and am working to correct the pattern of people pleasing. I have always been a people pleaser. I have always been the one who wanted to take care of, who wanted to make it work, make sure that you're okay, make sure you have what you need, which I understand now that was part of my purpose and part of the destiny that God had designed for my life. But I was allowing people to take advantage of my kindness, or I was giving things to people to make sure they were comfortable and make sure that their life was good. And then when they got to certain places within their lives, they would say, I never asked you to do that. I don't remember you doing that, or whatever. And I'm talking about personal experiences. I'm not talking about within my business. I'm talking about me correcting instilled patterns of behavior, right? So I grew up, as you guys hear me say, with an amazing mother, very Southern mother, who was all about serving and service. So all of my life, I watched that. So I became like my mom, which is what we do, which is where we have those generational patterns and those generational curses kind of follow us. Now, we don't ask for the curses. We don't want those. But when you see the generational patterns happening, you have to either identify it or you continue to operate in that pattern. And for me, it took me years to identify the pattern. It took me years of kind of being hurt, getting my feelings hurt, not understanding why, people were not appreciating what I did. And I was putting people before myself. Right? So a lot of us will say, well, isn't that what we're supposed to do? When we're in service, aren't we supposed to serve? And aren't we supposed to put ourselves on the back burner while we service the world? While we put on our Wonder Woman cape and go save the world? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Yes and no. While you're putting on your Wonder Woman cape to go save the world, you also need to put on your Oshun goddess vibes that I need to set aside some time for me so I can repair, replace, and horn in on my goddess energy. And I need to be a little selfish with my time. Now, I'm not saying that Oshun was selfish, but I'm saying that she was very well aware of who she was as a woman. Sometimes when we're not so aware of who we are as women, we give ourselves away. Thus, we people please. So therefore, everything that we want or everything that we desire in our life takes a back burner to making sure everybody else is okay and everybody else is straight. So in doing that, we put a hold on our manifestations, our creations, our advancement, even sometimes our own happiness. And doing the work this month around my own personal healing, because let me say this to you guys. We are always in need of healing. Healing is necessary. In order to break patterns, curses, in order to elevate mindset, we have to first heal those things. You understand? You can never shine and show up as your best and authentic self if you are not taking care of your spiritual self. So I was doing a lot of writing and a lot of journaling and a lot of work with my mentor. Yes, I have a mentor. As a matter of fact, we have 2 mentors. And so I have started doing the work, like about towards the middle of the year, I kind of start reassessing. And usually what I do is I take a group of women on a retreat in the middle of the year that I don't advertise to anybody but my clients and those on my email list. And we go to someplace amazing. Last year we went up in the mountains of California and we actually spent 3 days working on our healing. But not only did I work with them on their healing, I worked on my own healing. This year, I haven't been able to do that because of the current state of the world. However, I am not going to neglect my healing because when I heal, I am advancing my elevation. When I am advancing my elevation, I can be more intentional. When I'm consciously intentional, I am purposely moving through my life. Very, very important to move on purpose. And I haven't talked to you guys a lot about that, but we're going to get into that, into how being intentional and consciously intentional and moving purposeful will change the total dynamics of the life that you are living. And here's another thing. If you were wounded, if you were living wounded, if you were living feeling less than, if you're living in a wounded state, then the energy that you're sending out into the universe is wounded energy. So that's what you're attracting back. You're saying, come here, wounded energy. You're my energy. Come here, I need that. But when you're healing and you're becoming consciously aware of patterns, you're becoming consciously aware of behaviors, you're even becoming consciously aware of what you're speaking out of your mouth, changes the whole dynamics of how you are living. We don't want to heal. We don't want to heal relationships around money. We don't want to heal relationships around family. We don't want to heal relationships with ourselves because it's not pleasant. When I sit down to do the work, when I sit down to do my work, it's not always nice. Sometimes my mentors are like, okay, so we need to talk about X, Y, and Z. Sometimes when I sit within my own space with my heavenly staff and I'm talking it out to God and I'm talking it out to my heavenly staff and I'm talking it out with my ancestors, some of the things that are brought forth from me, about me, to me, are not always nice. But if I don't deal with them, then I'm not being purposeful in my own healing. You understand? You cannot put a Band-Aid over a wound that needs stitches. You gotta go get stitches first before you put the Band-Aid over it. So what I'm saying to you is that sometimes if there's energetic blocks, sometimes if you feel like you're not moving forward, sometimes you have to just dig your heels in and do the work. And the work is not always pretty. We want it to look pretty, but I can guarantee you that I'm not sitting up looking like this when I'm doing the work. Sometimes all of this is cried off and it's gone on, lashes and all. Right? Because the work is not always pretty. But healing is necessary. In order to elevate in your life, you have to heal around those things that are wounded within you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. As I told you before, we're going to be changing some things on the channel. You know, I know you guys are very vocal. I love to see your comments. Let me know what you think about it. Is there something you want me to teach about, something you want me to talk about, something that we may be missing or something that we've done before that you want to do again? Let your girl know about that. Drop me a comment. All right, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.